Look, this video is about lenses, but you can't always get the shot. That's why you need a resource like Storyblocks. We have been using Storyblocks for years because we always need stock footage and stock assets. And Storyblocks has a library of over 1 million royalty-free assets to choose from. Plus, we love how we don't have to pay for each clip individually. This means we have unlimited downloads with their affordable unlimited all-access plan for our project. Storyblocks is for amateurs and professionals. We use Storyblocks on large and small projects alike. Lately, because of COVID, we have been relying on stock assets more and more to get the job done. It's wonderful to always have a resource like Storyblocks in your back pocket. Before you start your next project, visit storyblocks.com/epiclightmedia. These two lenses from DZOFILM have taken the film community by storm. The Pictor Zoom 20-55 and 50-125 each boast an aperture of t2.8, a respectable speed for zoom lenses. Each lens is parfocal, with manual iris zoom and focus ring gears. They include EF and PL user-swappable mounts. It seems unlikely that a relatively unknown brand like DZOFILM would be the first to answer the desperate cry from budget camera owners for an affordable set of cinema zoom lenses, but here we are. In this video, we will discuss these lenses' build quality and unique image characteristics. But most importantly, we will try to answer the question, are these lenses worth the hefty price of $4,800?
Are you really filming this on your iPhone?
Yeah, nobody's gonna notice.
Don't disrespect our audience like that.
Thomas, it's fine.
This is what we're gonna do. We're doing a lens test, and this is the 50-125. And I'm curious about the characteristic of the bokeh, how it looks, how creamy it is, and we're comparing this DZO lens to these two lenses. This is the Canon 50-1.2, and this is the Sigma 50-100, modified by cinematics.
Do you really think anyone's gonna notice the difference?
People are going to notice the difference. Bokeh is different. If you actually look at it and examine the patterns in the bokeh, how it looks, you'll realize that not all lenses are the same.
All right.
This isn't a waste of time. Okay, like most people won't notice, but we notice. We're filmmakers. This matters to us. And if you can't understand that, and I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you, Alex. If you can't understand that some lenses are different from others, you don't have any business being in the film industry.
While Alex contemplates his future as a filmmaker, let's take a look at this bokeh. Between the three lenses, I don't have much of an opinion. If I had to choose a winner, however, I think I would choose the Sigma. I think the Sigma's bokeh just looks better in my opinion. But what do you think?
Alex, we're gonna go back to the computer and I'm gonna prove to you that there is a difference.
Okay.
Sadly, there really wasn't much of a noticeable difference between the three lenses, and I was proven wrong. Sorry, Alex. You win this one. After Alex and I fought some more like an old married couple, we went inside and did some lens tests. You can see here that the 50-125 really has very minimal focus breathing. We tested the lens's parfocal capabilities. They really seem to hold their focus throughout the zoom range. I can't tell you how tired I've become over the years using photo lenses to film video. When you zoom in or out, you lose the focus, but not with these lenses.
Okay, what in the world? Who put this here?
First, let's talk about these lenses' build quality. They're both heavy duty, right? But they're not too heavy. Some zoom lenses can be way too heavy for me. One thing I love about these lenses is that their focus, iris, and zoom gears line up perfectly. That means when I'm changing lenses, it's quicker. One thing people love about these lenses is when they ship to you, they come with an EF and PL user swappable mount. I've got to tell you, the focus gear has like a 300-degree rotation. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And this is good and bad. If you're using a follow focus, it's good. If you're using a wireless follow focus, that's very good. If you're holding this and you're doing it with your hands, it can kind of be too far. It can take too long to get focus. So these are really optimized for those follow focuses. On the zoom ring, there's this little knob so you can zoom in and out really fast. These lenses are not for everybody, and here's why. They have a unique look to them. They're not clinical sharp lenses. We noticed when we were filming 4 TV spots and 1 music video with these lenses that the 20-55 has a lot of image distortion, especially on the wide end. The edges of the frame will bow, and you know what? A lot of movies have that style. That's great. But here's the deal. You can't take that back. You're stuck with it. If you're a beginning filmmaker and you want to buy your first set of cinema zoom lenses, these might not be the best for you because they have so much characteristic that they won't work for every project. Somebody who wants lenses like this is going to want to use them for the majority of their work. A lot of the projects we film, we really want sharp, clinical, perfect lenses. That's why we prefer Sigma Cine lenses, because they just have such a great look to them. Okay, here's a little gripe I have with these lenses, and I know this is tough because these are cinema zooms, but they are a T2.8. And especially when I'm filming slow motion inside, a lot of times I'm at 60 frames a second, I just need that extra speed. And the Sigma lenses that we use are a T2, giving me a little bit more light. And I found myself, when I was shooting slow motion with these, having a difficult time, having to raise that ISO to compensate, and wishing I had a little bit more speed. That being said, an aperture of T2.8 is respectable for zoom lenses. Now here's an issue we ran into while we were filming our commercials. When we were filming with the 20-55, and we found ourselves on the longer range of this lens at around 50 millimeters, I regret not switching over to the 50-125. The 50 millimeters on the 50-125 is much sharper when you're wide open at a T2.8. At 50 millimeters on this, the image starts getting a little bit more muddy, more creamy, and if you like that, that's great, but that's just something to be aware of. If you're approaching 50 millimeters or so on this guy, go ahead and switch over, because it's going to be a sharper, better image. Thank you, DZOFILM, for coming out with a product that's fantastic, that so many filmmakers have been asking for. I think these are going to be very popular, and a lot of people are going to love these. They have a unique look to them. They have a unique cinematic characteristic that I think a lot of people will enjoy. Now, I've got to be honest, I actually regret using these lenses for these particular TV spots. I liked them for the music video we shot, but not the TV spots, and here's why. This menu was all VFX. It was just a green screen on set. And our VFX artist asked us if there was an issue with the camera or what was going on, because the people on the edges had some weird fringing to them. They weren't as sharp as we wanted them to be, and it did cause a little bit of frustration in post. I wish we would have used sharper lenses for these ads. Don't get me wrong, however, these lenses were a pleasure to use. The build quality is fantastic. If you enjoyed this video, please do not subscribe to our channel. However, you should go to another channel and subscribe to them, because we know your subscription is important to you. You can't just go subscribing to any channel you want willy-nilly. Go to another channel that you can support and subscribe to them. A channel whose host does not verbally abuse you.